Okay, this is Death Eris. That is the name of my channel. I wanted to discuss about a new Korean game that is coming out called Stellar Blade. Um, a YouTuber, um, I can't remember his name. I think it starts with an M. It's hard to explain, or it's hard to remember that name. But he was on a discussion about. Um, Let me see if I can find that name. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that. His name is Endymion. You can check out his channel. He's really, really good in terms of reviewing a lot of other games. But this has been one hot topic that has been stirring in the community of feminists and non-feminists in terms of how the game looks, if it's overly sexualified, um, and and it's crazy that the character itself is actually being motioned and captured from a real live model that is Korean, and that I think that's really cool. They took it a step further just to create that realism. It's ridiculous that most people, he interviewed a video I just recently saw. He interviewed, individuals that were, he was showing pictures of the character, and they were saying that she was like 14 years old, or, she's been put white inside her Koreanness, and make her more white, and blah blah blah. And I think that's utter ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous that the the people today, I don't like saying generation, but the people today um, find it ridiculous to make movies or video games, um, to have women being sexually appealing, not for own personal pleasure. There's times where you play a game where there's a male figure that is, you know for women, they're like, oh wow, he's hot, or he's attractive. Does it cross the male's mind? And not really. And it's ridiculous that we're trying to. And then if you think about it, regardless of how they put sex in the equation, in a way, you're given opportunity to create a character to be the main character, as well as empower her sexuality, in a positive way, not in a negative way where, you know, somebody would be like, oh my God, they bought this game because she has this huge, chest, and that's not the case. I pre-ordered the game already. I pre-ordered it, and I'm happy to support the developer. Developer worked hard on this game, and the action looks great. I was more attracted to the action, and the character, possibly, of what kind of personality she may have, not just her body. Yes, her body looks great, you know, and it also stems from people that are self conscious and insecure about themselves, where they feel like, um, you know, where they went on that binge of the media and magazines glorifying sexuality and women and models and making everybody else feel like insecure, and you know we can't go on our with our lives, and we have to be that perfection. Like somehow that made the idea of what is perfection, which perfection is not a very appealing concept, because of the fact that if there's perfection, I've heard that if there's perfection, there's no room for improvement and growth. It's That's just it. There's nothing more than that. Which again, that's why I don't like perfection. But the game's going to be amazing. Anybody who supports their style, go out and pre-order it, or at least wait and see the reviews and see how it plays out. I mean, this is not the only game that has ever done something like this. I mean, look at Bayonetta. Bayonetta, she was extremely sexified. Extremely. If you want to look at it that way. I didn't think it that way. The action was really cool because it reminded me of Devil May Cry. It was a great game. So you got to understand that it went to a platform, Nintendo, which is a family friendly platform, and Bayonetta actually managed to get on there. So come on. We're not exposing our children or anything like that, but we're you know we're showing that you know it doesn't take an ugly, or it doesn't take a mediocre or an average looking woman to look appealing as well as powerful in a video game. And these people need to stop attacking video games. You have the movies, you have the magazines, you have the celebrities. Go after them. Okay? Go after them. Don't go after our video games. Okay? We want our video games to be what we always dream. We Us gamers always nostalgia on the idea of what games used to be. I mean, look at, we even had Dead or Alive Extreme Volleyball. How's a volleyball game? But man, I'm not gonna lie, that was a very sexify game left and right. I mean, women were just, you made a great shot, she was jumping up and down, and chest was moving, and showing certain angles of the women, and did the feminists go after that? No, not I don't think so. I mean, I never heard anything, you know. And then the Dead or Alive series, and then what about Blood Rain? Blood Rain has had remastered versions of 1 and 2. So it's still, Blood Rain is still alive. Blood Rain is this, you know, beautiful sexual vampire that you play, and it's a fun game. It'd be one thing if they made this extremely sexy, um, very nudie woman, a nudist woman type of thing character, but have a crappy story and have crappy gameplay, then yes, I would side with them. I would say, you know what, that sex doesn't sell video games. That's not how it works. And that's not this case. Okay, the gameplay looks great. The graphics look amazing. They took a long time to come out with a complete game, not an incomplete game. And they give us great looking character who can fight, and it's a female character, giving her the main character and story. Hopefully the story turns out to be very engaging. That's something I definitely hope for. So I mean, people really need to get off of this because this is ridiculous. And you know, it's great to be playing God of War, um, Uncharted. Um, I mean, I can name numerous of video games that have the male character as always the main character, and I have no problem with playing a male character, but it gets a little tiring sometimes. When they brought out Uncharted Lost Legacy, you got Chloe. She's a very attractive woman, and she is a badass. She's really, really cool to play as a character. And then she had her best friend, and you had that final boss fight where you guys teamed up and just really kicked the guy's butt. That this seems so overly, in his head about ruling everything, and then not to make this video too long, but at the same time, you know, you also got games like there was a game that had popped in my head. Um, I can't remember. I know I already said okay. There was a game that I know came out, and oh yeah, Black Desert Online. Look at Black Desert Online. It's now for consoles and PC, and the way you can design those characters, you can really make them look attractive. You can. But is that the main point of this entire game? Is that what they're aiming for? No, it isn't. No, they're giving you dungeons. They're giving you new enemies to fight, new areas, and that's the same thing with every other game. Every other game, they focus on the game itself. The character is just a plus. And if you guys are you breaking your back just because of the fact that, oh my god, the character looks better than me, or the character looks better than most girls, it's gonna make them feel self-conscious. Well, that's not the character's fault. That's your fault. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who makes yourself self-conscious, insecure. Okay? Yes, you got these things that are floating around you, and you got, they're in your face, and this is beautiful, and this is perfection, and this is this, you know, that they are how do you say, uh, almost antagonizing the situation, but at the same, like I said, at the end, you make that decision. If you can't make that decision, and you're allowing that to make it for you, then you're the problem. You're the problem. You're weak. You're weak. And if you're not weak, don't let it bother you. You don't have to pre-order the game. You don't have to play the game. Just like everybody tells you on Facebook or any other social media, you know, if you don't like a if you don't like a post, you don't have to go to it. You can skip it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to hate it. You don't just you can even click those little three dots and say, you know what, I don't want to see this again because it was inappropriate for me. They make it personalization, and for any that are just trying to attack or trying to feel like maybe if we push hard enough they will stop making these type of games. No, no, they're just as much as us, as just as much as you guys. So we will support them, we will back them up, because of the fact that we are not some you know pervy individuals that are just simply buying a game because of that. I am not going to buy a $70 game just for that character. No. Mm-mm. I bought that game because of the gameplay and the action, and the graphics. Bottom line. All right. So again, I just wanted to make this quick video. Give it a like, but give it a like on there. Subscribe if you can. I know I don't make very many videos, but at the same time, I just really wanted to get that out there because I've been really looking forward to this game. At first, they called it Project Eve when it was in development more. Now they finally have a name for it, Stellar Blade. It's on pre-order right now. So there's two versions. There's I think a $70 one and an $80 one, which is pretty cool. So come on. For our Korean creators, keep doing what you're doing. Don't let these people stray you from what they think that we need. You know what we need. You know what you guys like, and there's gotta be some kind of fairness between you know our engagement of what we like in terms of video games, movies, and etc. Because it's not fair that we're just gonna simply put a rated G on every freaking game that comes around. It's not gonna be fun for us. It destroys the meaning of gaming. And like I'm telling you, PS1, PS2. I mean, look at Tomb Raider. Laura Croft, gorgeous looking woman. Did she kick butt? She kicked butt. Okay. All right. Death There is out. You guys have a great day. Be safe.